Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh my God, Vince, do I want to even know if you've been to bed, baby? Good morning. Ooh, this hair is... If you've ever wondered what it would be like to wake up with me, here it is, folks. Here it is. Ugh. Good morning, Jen. Just reading over my 900 pages of manifestations. Ooh, okay. It's a bun day. I'll be putting the hair in the bun. No, the full moon vibes didn't knock me out. I was up till almost midnight thinking about my manifestations. Anyway, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Coffee Talk. It is Thursday, I think. Thursday. I'm obviously back home in Birmingham. Charlie set the alarm off this morning, so that's one way to wake up. I was like, and the house was like, doo, doo, doo. I was like, oh, Jesus, okay. All right, I'm up. Oh, good morning from New Jersey. Hey, hey, hey. Did one of the kids paint your coffee cup, you think? Yeah. One of my Picassos. And then I got a peace sign because, you know, a bunch of Grateful Dead fans around these parts, folks. Full moon last night. It's a full moon in Libra. I'm going to pretend I know what this means, but I don't. All I know is I'm a Libra. And, you know, it's probably something really good because Libras are dope. I want to talk about trauma bonding, people. Trauma bond. It's very real. Trauma bond. So the other day I was talking to a friend who is recently divorced and is dating the woman that he was having an affair with. And I said to him, how's that going? And he was like, it's okay. It's good. It's good. And I was like, oh, okay. So worth it or, you know, just curious. And he was like, what? I'm like, well, I'm just curious. You got divorced. You moved out. You're dating this chick. I'm just curious if it's been worth it. And I could tell immediately that the question was way too heavy for him. Like, men don't, like a woman could then tap into her emotion and start like rationalizing whether she really feels that it was worth it or not. A man is like, worth it? You know, he starts thinking about all the problems, you know, the money, the finding a new place to live. They become very practical in their rationale. Anyway, I said to him, so you were with this woman from the time you were in like high school, and now you are with this other woman that you had this affair with. And I said, isn't there any part of you that, I don't know, wants to be single, wants to be alone? And he was like, yeah, but, you know, we kind of have this shared experience. And she said, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, I am witnessing trauma bond right in front of my eyes. People don't realize how significant and strong trauma bond is. Oh, we had an affair. We both went through a divorce. This must mean we are meant to be together. No, that is not what it means. It means you both made the same, I hate to say mistake because it sounds very judgy, decision. You both made the same decision and went through the aftermath of that decision together. that is not a sign from God or the universe or whatever that you are meant to be together forever. Okay? That's not what that means. It just means that you have a shared common experience. Now, if you want to be together, that's a different situation. If you feel like you need to be together, that is a trauma bond. You are bonded by a traumatic situation. That's it. It's like when they find a girl who's been kidnapped and she's lived with her kidnapper for like 15 years, right? And they want to prosecute the man who kidnapped her, and she wants to defend him. It is a trauma bond. She has bonded to him through a traumatic experience. That is just a fact. The people that were with me when my father died, I will always have a very significant attachment to them. I have worked past believing that that they are meant to be in my life forever, but I will have a significant something with them because they were with me during the most traumatic time of my life. Domestic violence. Yes, women or men who are abused by their significant other, they can't leave. It's like, what? First of all, my hair is a trauma bond. What the hell? They can't leave. It's literally like they are bonded to the person abusing them. They cannot leave. So, trauma bond is very real. It's very real. And when I was with the guy that I was with before Michael, the narcissist, he convinced me that no one would ever love me, that I was too aggressive and had too much initiative and was too masculine for any man, and that men don't like women who are as assertive as I am, and that men don't like women who always want sex. But let me tell you something. I believed him. And let me tell you something else. I'm actually smart. Like, really smart. I see red flags. I have decent rationale. Okay? I'm smart. And I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. And I was full on. No, a trauma bond is not only between an abuser and their victim. Because I had it. It's not true. A trauma bond is anything that binds two people. When trauma is any trauma that binds two people. Could be the death of a child. Could be a disease that they both share. Could be an accident that they were both in. Anyway, I was with this man, and I believed him so significantly that I never, ever, ever thought that any man could ever love me. That my desire to build a business and make money, that my sexual appetite was too much for men, that men would just never like it. And I literally became like bonded to him in a lot of ways. It was so dysfunctional and so dangerous to my psyche. Like, imagine as a woman truly believing that your professional drive, that your desire to be successful, that your dreams and aspirations of becoming a writer or making movies or doing any of these things that your sexual appetite, your natural sexual appetite, just who and what you are naturally, would be the deterrent from any good man loving you for the rest of your life. Imagine really believing that and feeling like you have to be stuck with the person who has made you believe this. It is the most bizarre. Like, I look back at myself and I'm like, who were you, sis? Who were you? Like, I'm skinny now. I'm like 130, 131 pounds now. I'm 5'7.5". I was 123 pounds because he wanted me skinny. 123 pounds? Shit, I was like Olivia. She's 11. I was so skinny. I was bones. I was actually just bones. I was bones and boobs. Hello, my name is Jamie. I'm bones and boobs. My mother formed trauma bonds with people who lost their husbands. Relationships and friendships she never would have continued if they didn't feel this weird bond. I can't abandon this friendship. The friendship doesn't really serve me, but she lost her husband and I lost mine. So I can't leave her. I became friends with people in college who were like, oh, I lost my parent. People that I would never be friends with, people who did a lot of drugs that I wasn't doing anymore, but I felt obligated and I had this weird bond with because we were in the No Father Club. We used to joke about it. No Father Club, No Dad Club, Dead Dad Club. It was like morbid. Soldiers who come home from war have trauma bond with other soldiers. It is real. These bonds are real. They're not healthy all the time, but they are real. So I go back to this gentleman who's in this relationship with this woman that I don't believe he wants to be in. I really don't. Personally, if you ask me to get down and dirty into what I really believe, I think he wants his wife back, but he knows it's too late. And he's got this weird trauma bond with this woman, and he feels obligated to see it through. I'm just telling you, if you are currently in a situation with somebody and you realize now that the only thing really bonding you together is a mutual trauma or a shared traumatic experience or something you went through together, an affair or whatever, you may want to reassess whether the situation you're in is really where you are meant to be or if you are just bonded by somebody. And some bonds are fine. They're not traumatic. I'm talking about trauma bonds. You can have a shared common experience. I meet people all the time who are not from the South. They're from the North. They come up to me, they're like, oh my God, I'm from New Jersey. I'm from New York. I live in Georgia. I live in Alabama. I get it. I'm not bonded to you though. We just have a mutual experience. See? No bond. Although it is traumatic moving from New Jersey to Alabama. Oh my God, I do have to tell you guys the funniest story yesterday. Yesterday, this cop yelled at me. I got in trouble by this cop, okay? And I yelled back at him because I couldn't find Max. And you know when you go into that parenting panic mode where you can't find your kid? And I was in that weird like, Max. And he was like, you need to move your car. You need to move your car. And I was like, I can't find my kid right now. And he was like, you need to move your car. I'm like, you're a cop. I just told you I can't find my kid. He was like, your kid's fine. You need to move your car. I was like, this dick. I was so pissed. So anyway, I move my car. Okay. I move my car. I get out of the car. Olivia and I are running around trying to find Max. We finally find him. Right. So I go over and I apologize to the cop. Hey, sorry, I had a panic attack there, buddy. I couldn't find my kid. He's like, it's okay. And he's like, come here, I want to talk to you. I'm like, I don't have time. I just did not have time to talk to this cop. So I'm like, listen, I already said I'm sorry. I yelled at you. And he's like, I want to talk to you. Come here. Now, I do have a lot of respect for cops. So I'm like, all right, okay. So I walk over, I'm like, yes, sir. Plus my kids are watching. You want your kid, you know. So I'm like, yes, sir. Hi, Lise. So the cop's like, you're not from around here, are you? No, sir, I'm not. Where are you from? It's always fun. I'm from New Jersey. Hey, are you the girl that was on that show? Yes, I am. Hey, my wife loved you. Get over here and take a selfie. What? Okay. If you say so. So bizarre. Bizarre, I tell you. Bizarro. All right. I got to get dressed and get these kids to school. But I need you guys to be really, really aware of trauma bonds. And I need you to take a look at the binds that are holding you to people that you wouldn't necessarily be beholden to. Okay? Because there are people who prey on your traumatic experiences and they pretend to have a bond with you there. Okay? And they use that bond to get you into a trauma bond. And then you feel guilty leaving. So be very careful about the people that you let into your space. Narcissists especially love to find common duality in their traumatic experiences. Okay? And then you are in a trauma bond with somebody that's only going to ruin your life. Okay? So please, please, just be mindful. Keep your eyes open. All right. I love you guys so much today. So much. Have a great, great day.